Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 23, Episode 1 of Tainted Grail. We're playing the Last Night expansion, and we're on Chapter 8. We are in Camelot. We need to escape from the underworld of Camelot. Gonna jump into gameplay. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, we're jumping into Chapter 8 of Tainted Grail, Last Night expansion. Chapter 8 event card says, "You've got what you came for and it's time to leave. You crave the crisp cold air, so different from the miasma-filled corridors under the castle." What they're talking about is we got the Men Here Rights card last season. And now we are in the undercastle of Camelot. So you got Camelot underneath. We've got the undercastle, and now our initial quest is find a way out of the undercastle. So we're going to start that out by a quick read of 260, the Undercastle. Undercastle says, "This is the last stand of humanity that was created by Arthur to protect his people should all else fail. To you it looks like anything but safe. Mud and old blood stains the floor. The air smells unpleasant, and unsettling sounds rub your nerves raw. You are confused and don't know where the exit is or what to do here. If you spend too much time in this dark depths, you'll die of illness or madness." So we're going to go look for a castle, going right to verse 1. We'll have a quick word from our sponsor, and then we'll jump into the gameplay. Thank you guys for joining. Pontos Fathom Hobbies is brought to you by the books that we produce. We've got the Genealogy of Cthulhu, Hermeticism of Hastur, and Necromancy of Nyarlathotep. You can collect them in the Catu Journals Omnibus. We've also got our Artificial Psychoanalysis of Desiring Machines, and Alchemy and Anthroposophy in the Dune Saga. We have a podcast channel where we have features like the Esoteric Dragon Mysteries, Esoteric Saturn Mysteries, and Occulted Anthroposophy and History. Our newest offering is our Dreamland Saga. Aimless takes place in Lovecraft's Cellophase, Hope's Home in Dalathleen, Stubborn Devotions of Venting and Forgiving, first 3 parts of the Alchemical Courtship in the Dreamlands. Finally, we've got our newest offering, the Dirges of the Alabaster Kings and the Saturnalis Thramoran. Go check out the bookstore link down below if you're interested. You can also check out our Patreon where we go deep into some of these in our podcast channel. Now back to our gameplay. Okay, jumping into verse 1, it's basically we need to build up, it looks like we need to build up this retracing status. Try to retrace your route. Pay 4 energy, reduced by your spirituality. So our spirituality is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we don't have to pay anything. Gain part 1 of the retracing status, and then get another choice. So we get retracing part 1 already. Retracing part 1. Retracing part 1. Let's see our other options. So we got our first retracing. Look for some clues. Well, they're basically all kind of just pay. Oh, this is pretty easy. Explore the darkest place. Gain part 4 of retracing status. Reduced by our courage. So that would just be pay 1. So let's pay 1 energy. Move that one down. And we gain the retracing part 4. Retracing part 4. And it says, leave this place. It requires all characters and at least 1 part per character of the retracing status. So we've got 2 retracing statuses for the 2 characters. So I believe we can leave. We can discard location 260 and reveal the location underneath. So we are already revealing the undercastle. Here's a great look for the undercastle. So we found our way out and we're back up to Camelot. So let's go ahead and do the exploration of Camelot 285. Okay, 285 Camelot says, 3 men here guard the armed soldiers, stand side by side by Camelot's walls. So we've got this menhir there, giant menhir. And we've also got our menhir rights, which we can use to activate the menhir. It does say if the chapter 8 part 1 quest card is revealed, we're in chapter 8.8 part 1. Go to verse 13. Go to verse 13. So go to verse 13. That's going to be a coin here. Figure this out, please. So we'll go to the Book of Secrets. Okay, you emerge from the Undercastle exhausted physically and mentally. You leave the walls of Camelot and breathe frigid air that smells of freedom and sanity. You notice a lone figure on the cliff. It's Lancelot, who raises his hand and walks towards you. He doesn't spend much time on greetings, instead leading you to the forest where the pale lady's unskillfully butchering a boar. She approaches, tossing the quarry away, checks the menhir rights and tells you that this should be it, but you must verify if they work correctly. The lady has prepared some artifacts that will bring you to a certain menhir she wants you to try rights on. She hands you a scroll that leaks shadow, gathering in dark spots on the white snow around you. Pointing at the boar's carcass, she tells you to take food and read the scroll aloud. Each player gets 2 food, and we can spend 1 of those food at the end of our turn to heal up and gain 1 experience. Okay. And it says discard all locations from the play area and place the location 235 of the middle of the play area. So 235. Oh, okay. Maybe it's in these 235. 237. Oh, 235, the Still River. Okay, so place location 235 in the middle of the play area. So Camelot is gone, and we've got 235 in the middle of the play area. And move all characters there and go to verse 417. 417. Greasy darkness spits you into a frozen river, into a sea of white, filthy worms. Lancelot stands, shaking maggots off. Pale Lady doesn't seem to notice the writhing worms, instead approaching where the menhir is trapped under the ice. She tells you what you must do to prepare the ritual, and Lancelot helps. When the rite ends, you feel as if something has moved the foundations of Avalon, something that has slept beneath snow and ice. You feel power pushing the weirdness away, emanating with magic instead of absorbing it. The Four-Dweller looks somewhat smaller than before, but she is seemingly content with this outcome. Lancelot tells you he must have given away too much magic and feels exhausted, but you feel light and unburdened. Without the weirdness here, everything looks, smells, and feels better. So we discard card 24, which is the leaking magic. We discard that. And from now on, you won't be able to absorb magic from menhirs. Place a menhir model in location 235. Got one. Set the menhir dial to 8. Okay, so we're going to put one of our metallic menhir dials down. Menhir dial to 8. Put the menhir dial to 8. There, see the menhir dial. Got it there. Go to verse 431. 431. Pale Lady asks you to listen closely. She tells you her goal: to cleanse Avalon, erase weirdness, and make the island a place for humanity to thrive. You can now light menhirs again, and with this knowledge, Pale Lady wants to empower the giant menhir beneath Tuathan. But it is impossible, or rather extremely dangerous, without the exemplar of the forgotten laws of human reality. All smaller menhirs were conjured to spread these rules that repel weirdness, but over time the seed in them became corrupted. The giant menhir that Pale Lady intends to wake remains a blank slate. It needs a model set of laws to replicate and spread. Pale Lady searched for a suitable object for centuries, but nothing on the island remembered the true human lands. Now there is Lancelot, a man born in the homelands, a paragon of knighthood. You must bring him to the heart of Tuathan. Now there is Lancelot. You must bring him to the heart of Tuathan, the only place where the weirdness is still young enough for the Pale Lady to alter reality. And she needs you too. She feels the same power inside you that she encountered many times with many great heroes. Pale Lady calms now. She has everything she needs to repair the realm. She will wait under the fractured tower in the west. You should reach it without incident, since the men here has dispersed the weirdness. Lancelot, until now, listening in silence, offers his help, but mentions he is still weak and likely can't kill a worm with a single strike as he did in the past. Gain the secret card 59, discard the active quest pile, and start with chapter 8.2, exploration ends. You can still explore the Still River to find a way west. Okay, so maybe when we start next round, we'll explore the Still River, and we'll also reveal chapter 8, part 2. It's going to start our next part of the quest. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next round. Bye-bye.